for HugS, mostly because, as he's more well known for how well he can zone in melee, Richter, and I'll just refer to them as the Belmonts because Simon has the same kid, are excellent zoning characters. Definitely. They do really well with their projectiles to control a mid to long range of space, and they can do so aggressively.
And that's just a really rough spot to be in if you're Yoshi. Yoshi always had a problem with zoners historically, let alone to the extent that Richter can put out. Like, we already saw a lot of projectiles. We're going to see plenty more. And even the tilts are just going to be kind of rough for Yoshi. The one good thing is the Belmont's going to have that little blind spot diagonal. So Yoshi is probably going to be in that zone anyway, usually using that air mobility he has to try and get in.
One feature of Yoshi's that hasn't changed as we move into Ultimate is the fact that Yoshi has the quickest airspeed in the game out of the cast. Yeah. This is a big cast of characters, and in a game where moving through the air is so important, the fact that Yoshi can do so aggressively and defensively, it means a lot for this character because it lets him zone break the likes of the Belmonts and other types of zoning characters very easily. And then, if he so chooses, he can play it out defensively, zone out with the eggs, but it's going to require him a chance to land as HugS takes first blood for today's tournament.
Yeah, the one thing is no matter how fast he is, Richter has that range. He got hunted down, and I think it's just like the littlest hit from the whip is going to take that first stock. But he's got plenty more to work with. HugS already put 26% on, though, just from the out-of-shield action.
You know, one thing I want to bring up about HugS' Belmont that I feel is actually underappreciated for a lot of people who are picking up Smash and playing either Simon or Richter is how HugS is using the up B, that uppercut, to break through a lot of Nilpholan's pressure. He's just using it as a get-off-me option. I feel like that's brilliant. Definitely
a pretty good out-of-shield option. A lot of people don't appreciate. See, right there, even because if you do get crossed up, your tilts aren't that fast in the grand scheme of things. So the up B out-of-shield, super good. Oh my goodness, but 185 is going to make it back. Nilpholan putting some pressure on the ledge, but not quite enough. HugS making it back. Oh my god, dude, let him have it.
Yeah, forward tilt and forward smash gives such a good opportunity for the Belmonts to keep their opponent at a distance because they threaten so much space.
Exactly, yeah. You don't know. You got to be ready for like all sorts of different ranges and power coming from the Vampire Killer. But, oh, big down tilt, no chase though.
Yeah, down tilt's had its hitbox slightly extended. So it's better for a spacing tool than it was for just like a poke. But talking about pokes, that up air ripping Yoshi out of the sky.
Huge range, dude. Nilpholan was not ready, but a quick answer back. Only 1-2 in HugS' favor. Oh my god, dude, I love it. The pressure with the cross. Just make sure he doesn't get away with throwing those eggs at long range.
Yeah, one thing that I really like about HugS' Belmont is the fact that he's using cross at max distance.
Yes.
He's making sure that he respects the space that Yoshi can occupy quickly, but is forcing Yoshi to play at that game. And look at that.
That was sick. Dude, putting the cross right in front of him to break the egg before he even got out, and try to go for the character select screen combo. But all right, gets the uppercut out of shield anyway. Oh wow, never expected coming back.
Like the pressure just keeps up. Nilpholan cannot move through the air.
Right.
And it's because HugS is staying so mobile with his zoning. He's not just throwing out all the projectiles and hoping Nilpholan runs into them. He's making sure that he's placing his hitboxes where Yoshi could be and where Yoshi wants to be.
Right.
And forcing Yoshi into those positions.
Yeah, we saw a lot of really good axes from HugS too to sort of cover that diagonal approach. But still keeping up with the tilts. Oh my goodness, almost hit him with the up smash.
Cross on the comeback. He's going to be forcing the shield interaction.
Wow, dude, love the projectiles and the dash attack just to cover that landing. Oh, big axe. Oh, yikes.
That was a bit of a sour hit.
Yeah.
I actually have not seen the sour hit act like that yet.
Definitely not. Up air not going to connect, but trying to find his footing. Nice back there to land, but immediately answer back. HugS is all over him.
Yeah, if Yoshi manages to get in, he has a fantastic combo game.
Uppercuts.
Uppercut
so
says
good,
otherwise.
Dude. Uppercut out of shield, uppercut to anti-air. He's playing the right character.
It's working, man.
Also, dude, Yoshi is a monster. He does not belong in this world.
That's very true. This character needs to be booted immediately.
Well, HugS is doing his best.
Like I'm used to seeing the likes of Yoshi, like I said earlier. So seeing someone deal with Yoshi so effectively,
probably a treat.
Yeah, man. It's almost nostalgic.
Right.
Like you see everyone complaining about Yoshi. HugS sits here like, this ain't opposite. I don't gotta worry about this.
So interesting counter pick here. We're going to FD, which I don't know if I like. I'm no stage expert, but I think Nilpholan had a really hard problem landing.
Yeah.
And I think without the platforms, it's going to be a little harder for him. But We'll see.
Traditionally, Final Destination and flat stages like it are really good for players and characters that just want to juggle. They want to keep you in the air, they want to harass you, force you from ledge to ledge, and you're just going to eat free damage. A lot of what we saw in Game 1 was just that. HugS was constantly making Pokemon Stadium a no-fly zone for Yoshi, and I feel like the pick to Final Destination is actually going to make HugS' job a lot easier.
Right.
But it remains to be seen. Maybe Nilpholan has some sort of plan that he's going to operate here. If anything, the lack of platforms and the fact that the Final Destination base platform is a little bit on the smaller end is going to make it a bit easier for Yoshi to zone break. There's a lot less space for him to go from side to side or to, more importantly, move on to Richter.
That is a good point. So far, it's looking like that's the case, but the problem is HugS taking this one nice advantage state all of the way to the bank. 109 and counting. Almost taking the stock, that up air. Oh, no.
I'm so glad that Richter can't angle his up air, or else you'd never be able to land on this character.
No way.
One thing we've seen from HugS a couple of times now is how he's able to angle the back air and forward air for the sake of covering where Nilpholan tries to land.
Oh, all right. Oh, he does get the other forward air. Oh, that's a questionable, well, a lot of questionable things all at once, but HugS, once again, winning that neutral, knocking Nilpholan off stage with that back air.
I'm thinking Nilpholan's getting a little antsy here. He needs to pay attention for these questionable landings from HugS.
Right.
HugS may be a top player, but he is not infallible by any means. And once again, he's going to get punished for the uppercut.
I was going to say that's actually a really good strategy Nilpholan can use is sort of try and cross up HugS, keep him guessing. If he uppercuts the wrong way, it's a huge opportunity for a punish. We saw right there when he took that first stock. Now 171, let's see if we can tack on some damage before another uppercut comes out, but only 18%.
It's just such a good reversal option. HugS is taking it all the way to the bank, man. One thing I would like to see Nilpholan put out is forward tilt specifically. Yes. Forward tilt is probably one of Yoshi's strongest early tools right now because you can act out of your dash with a tilt move. And forward tilt is frame 5. So that's so quick to come out and start your combo. You can forward tilt yourself into the beginning of a combo, whether it's another forward tilt, an up tilt, all these strong attacks linking for massive damage. Yoshi does not struggle to do that.
He's finding spins with just these aerials, though. I think he found a really nice low angle where he can sneak in under the big projectiles, but just over the low tilt to the whip. Already 124 on HugS, and now he's putting the pressure on. Nice down tilt. Out of nowhere. Oh my God, caught him running in.
I like that.
Nilpholan with the lead.
Aggressive option, but a smart one.
Are you kidding? I wouldn't have guessed. Smart is a strong word, but I guess, who am I? It worked.
Yes, that's the most important part.
Oh, there's the F tilt. The profit.
F tilt's so strong.
Okay.
And then, like, up air is another move. We've seen it many times from Nilpholan now, but Yoshi's up air has been changed radically, mind you. Now, Yoshi sort of pancakes himself and then sticks out his tail in a way that sharks opponents. And not only is it a great combo tool, but it also kills. Like, Nilpholan has the tools in his kit to end this out in his favor. He's still the stock ahead on HugS, but if he keeps running into these projectiles, might be ending out faster than he would hope.
Yeah, and that up smash was a little questionable. So it got knocked off stage again, and HugS trying to put the pressure on, but doesn't do a whole lot out of shield. Accidentally rolls. Uppercut gonna take it. No sparks either. Just right to the blast zone.
Yo, uppercut out of shield kind of reminding me of like Wake Up DP or traditional fighting.
That's what I'm saying. I asked if he was playing the right character. I feel like he should be just playing Street Fighter. Oh, yikes. Dash grab. Not a good one for Yoshi.
No, dash grabs as a whole have their active frames reduced.
Yeah.
So not a lot of characters get as much off of it. In fact, there are situations where you're better off doing dash stop and then standing grab.
Definitely. Especially with Yoshi, he has the whole stumble animation when he goes for the dash grab and misses.
Yeah, he goes for the pratfall, man. He's like, whoa.
What an actor. All right, trying to put the pressure on. Nice down here. Didn't see a lot of those from HugS. Gonna knock Nilpholan off and into the Holy Water.
Holy Water does connect into forward smash. It leaves the opponent in place just long enough for you to just charge a little, get that sweet spot, but...
Wow, going for it all. No such luck, but big punish here. Not gonna be it.
But look at the tension in this play. The up air is gonna be sharking it out, and we're going to our first game 3 of the day.
Jeez, well, I mean, it's only right. That was the first game 2 of the day.
Yeah.
But Nilpholan making HugS sweat a little bit. And it's also probably because there's 100-something people in this wonderful venue, but...
This building toasty. Hey, listen, during the winter, we take what we can
I'm
get.
not complaining.
But something more New York than just a cold winter, we got the crowd popping off. Like, everyone's always popping off for their boys.
It's my favorite part of coming down to New York.
Like,
is
we're respectful of our neighbors, but you know we're rowdy.
But regardless, sometimes you go to other tournaments, and they're just playing friendlies, man. They're not watching. They're not watching the tournament, let's be honest. But New York, man, they're always watching. If there is a projector around, the crowd is there. They're saying some mean things about a lot of people and their family members, but the passion is what keeps me coming back.
Yo, absolutely. All right, so Battlefield is going to be our setting for Game 3. This is the last game of the set, and I feel like this was a really strong pick from HugS. It's going to give him a lot of opportunity to mitigate a lot of what Yoshi brings to the table. A lot of that aerial pressure gets staved by the fact that there's a lot more places to land.
Exactly. We saw Nilpholan get stuck on the platforms in PS2, so why not add another platform to get stuck on? All of a sudden, his landing options look a lot worse. HugS can keep the pressure on, but he's not going to get a chance right now. Nilpholan keeping it close to the chest with the combos. 119. Oh my god, ain't counting.
Yoshi's a combo fiend, man. He's able to put out so much damage, like I was saying earlier, but finally see the down tilt come out from HugS, a great quick option that gets him off the ledge, puts him in an aggressive state.
Such an interesting move. I like it a lot, though.
I think one of the aspects of HugS' experience that's coming into play with controlling the stage is how he's immediately trying to force the battle so that he has center stage of Battlefield.
Right.
Keep a note of how he's constantly returning to that center circle. It's like a target that he wants to stand on because he has so much opportunity to punish Yoshi.
Exactly. It's just a good spot to be in. All of a sudden, he's putting the pressure on with all of his moves. Even then, the up tilt miss, put on F tilt, and the axe is going to connect, catching the landing, and that's going to be the first shot going to HugS. Feeling a little bit better about this Game 3.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that he has more room to move. He's got a lot more room to breathe. And he's a lot more fluid now with how he's trying to control his space. We're seeing a lot more of the axe and the cross work in conjunction with the whip. And because of that, Nilpholan's barely had a chance to move.
Exactly. Although he put a big beating on him, it took him a while to get that second stock. Or, I'm sorry, the first stock, while HugS is working on a second. And already 57% is a rough spot to be in for the Nilpholan fans, but
I feel like even though the momentum has been in HugS' favor, Nilpholan's responding a lot stronger. Like when he hits, he's hitting HugS. He's making sure that HugS is paying the price for these mess-ups that he's getting down, but the way that it's working right now, HugS does not want to lose out this set.
Definitely not. Up tilt, a surprisingly underutilized move for the Belmonts, but very good, especially on this sort of platform layout. Not quite there. Nilpholan with an in. What's he got?
He's only able to get one up air out of it. However, he's forcing a lot of these interactions to contest for stage control, and I feel like that's really important here.
Yes, it was, but HugS finally knocking him back off stage, and all of a sudden all that real estate was for nothing. Big axe, yep. Saw that angle from a mile away.
Cleaving down on Yoshi.
Yoshi, man. Mile away in the back. Blast zone, last stock. Nilpholan's winner's bracket hope right here. Oh, but wow, I love that. The mistech punish. Take that, I guess.
All right, the Holy Water is an interesting option to come out from HugS. We haven't seen him use it all set, but all of a sudden he's using it in a way that lets him just keep Nilpholan from pressing on him.
Yeah, it's not even, it doesn't have to be offensive, it just more narrows the flow chart of the opponent a little bit. And it's really good because all of a sudden if Yoshi has to go high, he's getting punished for all these up airs and all these projectiles. HugS putting the pressure on now, looking for a big hit to end it. Or are you just going to keep him at the ledge all day? Either way.
I mean, listen, HugS has had center stage this entire time.
Yep.
He keeps on forcing Nilpholan into these unfavorable situations. He's eating Holy Water. He's eating these axes.
Right,
Cross has not let Yoshi play the game.
Exactly. It cuts off such a huge avenue in terms of horizontal, but big forward air. What do we got? The Nilpholan combos, but no! The signature uppercut from HugS coming and taking that Game 3 comfortably. 2 stocks left.
Yeah. And he hits the pose.
Yeah.
Perfect way to
Perfect for Game 3, too. Farewell. Hopefully
Perfect
we'll
for
see
our
him.
first set.
That, definitely, man. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Man, you know I always love my Game 3s.
Yes.
My Game 3s,
Yes.
my Game 5s, my Game 10s. Like,
Game 7.
give me the attention. It's what makes it so fun to watch. And
Definitely.
for that being our first match, got to be hyped for it, man.